Hello, and welcome to the Godfather Minute Show. I'm Alex Robinson.
And I'm Andy Robinson.
Together we are the Godfather Minute Brothers. How are you faring this week?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
You sound a little raspy.
Yeah, I'm doing okay.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm doing okay.
Are you ready to talk about minute 64?
I am, but first I'm ready to talk about how to say it in Italian. You ready?
Yes, I am ready.
E minuto.
E minuto
Numero
64. Quatro, like
Yeah,
Spanish?
it's like Spanish.
Every time I say something in Spanish, you throw me off.
I was so hopeful you were going to get this. Is going to be the one you got right.
64.
That's it. You got it.
How do you say when I am 64?
I don't know. I have to look that up.
How do you say it in Espanol?
Quando.
Quando?
Similar. Actually, it's probably similar in Italian. Quando.
Surprise. Quando?
Tenga.
Tenga.
It's like when I have 64 years. That's what you're saying. So
okay.
Quando tenga
64
y cuatro
This is really long.
años.
No, is that what it translates? Do you think when people listen to it in Spain, that song "When I'm 64" is that what plays? I am 64.
Well, I don't think they translate the. I don't think they translate the. No one, people aren't singing it in Spanish. I don't think. No, I think they're just singing it in English.
There's a market for you. Re-record all the Beatles songs in Spanish.
Oh, didn't they do that in German already?
Just those two songs.
Oh, yeah.
So you get the whole rest of the catalog to work
Oh,
with.
man.
Anyway, let's talk about minute 64.
Let's do it.
It starts off with him entering the Don's hospital room. He checks on Pop. The nurse shows up and starts to kick him out. Mm-hmm. He tries calling home, and then he tells the nurse, hold on a second, stay here for a second. Mm-hmm. And that's when it ends.
That's it. Yeah. The hospital's still barren except for this one night nurse.
At least now there's one night nurse there.
He's got an ally.
So he's room 2, which makes his confusion about not being able to find it all the more puzzling.
Especially because there are only 2 rooms in the whole hospital. He's like, where's my Pop? I'll just check the other room.
In the other room, it's the guys who assaulted Bonacera's daughter.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of awkward. They're sharing a room with the Don. It's like,
so what are you guys in for, huh?
Oh,
yeah. And then in the basement is Paulie's body. Is Paulie's cadaver.
Oh, it's wow! Everyone's all coming together in this. And also the giant vagina doctor is up on the 4th floor. The one who's dealing with Lucy.
Oh my gosh, Lucy! I was gonna say Luca Brasi's in the morgue too, but they never found his body.
Oh yeah, it's true. He's sleeping with the fishes.
Yeah. Do you think they ever found his body? Do they ever find people that are sleeping with the fishes?
I think sometimes. Like Paulie, they found.
No, but I mean, if someone was given cement shoes.
Oh, you mean literally like killed in that method.
And sunk to the bottom, cemented down. Does the
yes.
NYPD Marine unit, do they scrub the rivers?
I don't know. I don't imagine so.
Yeah.
It seems like there must be a lot of junk down there.
Yeah, it's best left unsolved, right? Who wants to go in?
It's in international waters. Once it.
That'd be the worst job in NYPD, having to get all that scuba gear down and then go to the bottom of the East River
to find.
That could be kind of fun.
Yeah, it definitely takes a certain type of person.
Yeah, what type of person?
A person who likes going into disgusting water and looking for dead bodies and whatever else they can find.
So what do you think, Alex?
They get to keep whatever they want. Anything they find down there, it's finders keeper.
That's the rule.
The rule of the sea, finders keepers.
Yeah.
So one thing I thought was cool is that when Mikey's wandering around the hallway after getting subjected to that confusion spell, he it's all sickly and green and hospital like. But as soon as he opens the Don's door, inside it's all that warm Don colors. And, it's like that sepia tones, and so it's really a way of differentiating like that world from, I think somebody said it almost seems like a dream. Like, I was in a hospital and I opened the door and I was in your office, even though I know, you know what I mean? Like it's like he's back in the Don's office. And So, I think that's a cool little bit of color.
And the shot too is really cool. It's behind Michael and the door kind of creeps open. I don't even think you see him push it. It just kind of opens slowly, and then the Don's right there framed right in the open doorway.
In a weird way, it kind of reminds me of the Wizard of Oz shot where Dorothy opens the door and you see they see Oz there. Except instead of going into a beautiful world of color, he's entering a world of
sepia,
of crime and sepia, sepia brown,
sepia toned hues. Very cool. The Don is looking weak.
He's weak.
Yeah.
Oh, he's definitely getting soft. I mean,
yeah.
Do you think they could have gotten to him 10 years ago?
Yeah, probably not. No.
So this is where we finally get to see. I mentioned it last week, but the 1945 it's late. So we established that this is probably like shortly after Christmas.
Yeah.
So they celebrate Christmas in between while he was shot?
No, you know what? I think this is still all right before Christmas. Because if I'm remembering the timeline correctly, everyone was shot. Like Hagen was shopping for Christmas.
Yeah.
The Don got shot before Christmas.
Well,
and then this is very shortly after he got shot.
Right. So, but when he sees the Don, he says, "Merry Christmas."
Yeah.
Which to me makes me think that that's like the last time he's going to see that guy. Which must mean it's like Christmas. The Don, I guess, can close a week earlier. I thought that was like Christmas Eve daytime.
Oh, got it. Yeah. Boy, I don't remember anything in the book mentioning what day it was.
So do you think this is post-Christmas or are we still pre-Christmas? It seems like a bunch of days have passed.
Yeah. But not much time passed between the Don getting shot and this scene. In fact, it might...
At least a couple of days.
You think so?
Well, he gets shot. Then they drive around with Paulie for a whole day.
Yeah, that's right, because that is in between him getting shot. And they
then,
kill Paulie.
They kill Paul. You won't be seeing him no more. Then there's the next day he's at getting lessons on how to cook for 20 guys.
That's
for 50 guys.
And
so this is that evening.
That night. Yeah, because then he goes into the city.
So it's at least 2 days since the shooting.
It's got to be. I don't know. It still could be before Christmas.
So it's day of shooting. Paulie dead day, assuming that's the exact same day. And then Mikey goes to the hospital day.
Yeah.
So 2 days in between.
Yeah. Sounds like it.
To figure it out.
Yeah. I'd like to read a little bit from the book. Because Puzo writes about the scene, and there's a couple interesting details I'd like to read to you, Alex.
Go ahead.
You ready?
Yes.
Could there be someone inside the room? But the door was open. Michael went in. There was a figure in the bed, and by the December moonlight straining through the window, Michael could see his father's face. His father's face.
His father.
Even now it was impassive. The chest heaved shallowly with his uneven breath. Tubes hung from steel gallows beside the bed and ran into his nose.
Does he have the tubes in his nose? I don't think they show that.
There's a tube, but I don't know if there's one in his nose. On the floor was a glass jar receiving the poisons emptied from his stomach by other tubes. Michael stayed there for a few moments to make sure his father was all right, then backed out of the room. That's when he interacts with the nurse.
So in that one, he leaves the room before the nurse gets there.
Yeah.
Got it.
I wanted to make sure I pointed out the glass jar receiving the poisons emptied from his stomach by other
suck out
tubes.
the poison.
Suck out the poison. The nurse was a pretty young thing with a great deal of confidence in the power of her office. He goes on to talk about that.
Well, the
Or
nurse is
leave it to Puzo to point out a good-looking woman.
good-looking dame. Yeah. The nurse is used for a jump scare because when Michael's looking at the Don, suddenly she pops out like in the screen, and it gives everyone jumps because they're after all that buildup of tension and stuff. And that's a classic.
Is that what it's called in cinema? A jump scare.
Jump scare.
Oh,
just anytime something
startling like that.
Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. So she said, "Oh, where's Mikey's? Where are the detectives? Where's everybody?" And then she says, "Does she say the police cleared them out?"
Yeah,
because they were interfering with
10 minutes
business.
ago. Yeah, because they were exactly.
So here's a question I have: 10 minutes ago, presumably McCluskey's crooked cops came and got rid of the security guards.
Yeah.
Well, for the sake of argument, we'll say it's Rocco and Almieri. Why didn't they then call Sonny and say, "Hey, some cop just kicked us out of there"?
Well, McCluskey, I can't wait to get to McCluskey. I've got a lot about McCluskey
Turn him up
from the book. Well, I think McCluskey says he rounded them up. So maybe they're being held. So they can't.
They're in like jail or something.
Yeah, I have to double check. When we get to McCluskey's section, I'll make sure to point
sense.
that out. Yeah.
And this is before cell phones, of course. So it's not like people could.
Yeah. They couldn't just call or text.
Are there any
Isn't that interesting?
What are some scenes that might have been different if cell phones had existed in this timeline?
And smartphone applications and social networking.
Yeah.
All of that
modern
stuff.
smartphones.
I think Bonacera would not have had to go in person to ask the Don for a favor.
Texted him?
No, they already would have been friends on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
And the Don would have said, "Well, we're friends on Instagram. Of course, I'll do this favor for you."
You liked my picture of my cat that I posted. I really appreciated that. It really meant a lot to me.
I could see Don Corleone. Oh no, not Don Corleone. It'd be Hagen creating a GIF. Or is it Giphy? Is that what you call it?
A GIF?
A GIF of Don Corleone smacking Johnny and shaking him. It'd have to be Hagen because he'd be the one filming it. And then posting it online.
Yeah. Because, of course, that's what the mafia would want is to have all their comings and goings recorded and posted in a public place.
And Waltz would have gotten a big kick out of that GIF. That
was true.
That GIF is going to make him a big star.
I told you, look at him. He's a viral sensation.
So how else would things have been different?
Well, so Mikey, you remember Mikey had to go to the payphone to call, say, it doesn't say whether he's alive or dead. I guess as soon as he was shot, then theoretically he would have gotten the text saying like, come home or 911 or like to let him know that there was an emergency.
Kay and Michael probably would have been communicating more.
Yeah.
Right? They'd be on Snapchat following each other's group messages.
Yeah.
Paulie, would he have gotten a heads up maybe? Or figured out? I guess maybe with the Find a Phone app, maybe Barsini's men would know that he's being lured into a trap because he's being led to this part of
Do you think they would care?
East New York. Yeah, I guess they wouldn't.
I'm
They
sure
kind of cut him loose.
they-
He's taking his chances.
They got what they wanted out of him. I don't think they would. I don't think they would go out of their way to like save him. If anything, him being dead is more likely like covering up loose ends.
Yeah,
but they should have killed him. Actually, that would make more sense.
yeah. I can't see Luca Brasi using a cell phone.
No, his fingers are too thick and meaty. He definitely had to use one of those stylists, style-eyed.
Not bad.
It's not good.
Not bad. I like this tablet. Someone pointed out that every time you do your Luca Brasi imitation, it sounds like the Droopy Dog comic. Someone pointed that out on Fredo Corleone's Mickey Mouse nightclub, and they're right.
Now more like self-conscious. Well, I mean, Droopy is definitely more. You know what? You know
That's
what?
Droopy Dog.
That's Droopy. It's
Who am I
similar.
thinking? Am I thinking of
Don
Chili
Corleone.
Willy? It's like Randy.
No, I could see it being. It's more like a deeper. Droopy's more. I can do both of them. You know what? Yeah, Droopy's just more nasally.
Don Corleone.
Just do that, but,
on the daughter's wedding day.
but do that, but talk through your nose.
Don Corleone on the daughter's wedding day.
All right.
Why are you laughing?
Because like we're clearly both getting away from both of our impressions.
Okay. Yeah, we'll have to come back.
Yeah.
Come back to that later. I mean, after we practice a little bit.
Yeah.
Why are we talking about Luca Brasi?
Because we were talking about cell phones and how he would not use one.
This sounds more like bonus content.
It does sound
like using
suspiciously like
smartphones
bonus.
and
Well, there's not a lot going on in this minute.
That's true. I'm okay. I'm okay bringing a little bonus content in for the regular fans.
But well, I guess Fredo getting calls from Johnny Ola in the middle of the night would not would be a totally different thing.
Fredo Corleone has to block him on his cell phone, like unfriend him because Johnny Ola is just harassing him online.
I bet that's how Mikey would find out that Johnny knew Johnny Ola. He'd see a text come up and it would say like Johnny Ola, like, where are you guys? Donkey show's about to start.
Yes. And of course, Fredo has Johnny Ola in his phone labeled as a Sicilian messenger boy. So when the push notification comes out, that's what Mikey sees. What else we got?
The Mikey tries to phone home.
Okay.
And he tells the operator, Long Beach 45620.
Yes.
And you'll be sad to know I called the number. It is not in service.
Oh, what do you mean you called the number? You called the operator?
Well, no, I called 516. That's Long Island's area code.
Oh, okay. So that first word is the area code?
Well, I also have information about telephone exchanges from the old-fashioned ones, but basically the first two letters of the exchange. So Long Beach, that would be whatever the letter O. I think it's 5.
L-O?
L, whatever number is L on the keypad, and whatever number is O.
Okay.
Because in olden times, the numbers were also the letters were slightly different than
on the phone.
Than they are
so
now.
it was two numbers to denote an area code.
Yeah. So and then it would be
the number
45620. So I called 516. I guess I could say it because it's not in service, but maybe in the future it might be. So maybe I won't say it. So
did Long Beach?
Yeah.
Was that truly just words to denote the numbers, or was it related to the location of Long Beach?
It's related to the location. Basically, each community has its own central office.
Okay.
And each central office can have up to 10,000 numbers in it.
Okay.
So,
but I remember there's that famous song Beechwood Farm. Yeah. So was that in the community?
The Beechwood
called
Exchange.
Beechwood?
Yeah.
But was it the town of Beechwood?
Frequently. Well, though it depends, because if you're in a big city, like obviously they can't do New York.
Yeah.
And so each neighborhood then would have it. Like Murray Hill would be one, and so on.
Give me Murray Hill 5329.
Yeah. Yeah. Up until from the 20s through the 50s, it would be 2 letters followed by 4 numbers.
Okay.
And then in the late 40s, they started, or in the mid 40s, takes place in 45, they started doing 2 letters with 5 digits. And that's what this one is. And so they eventually had to scrap the thing because they had so many numbers and exchanges that there's like this letters thing is not tenable.
Yeah.
Also, part of the problem was that
it's not sustainable, Sonny.
It's maybe just not phone business, not phone personal.
It can last now, but 5 years from now.
And so also the problem is that 55, 57, 95, and 97 could not be used because there's no consonants in there. So no towns or streets had those.
Yeah,
could start with those 2 letters. So they're like, that's a whole bunch
more
of numbers that we can't use because there is. So starting in 1958 is when they started switching to an all numbers system.
Okay.
And but it wasn't. Some people had them as late as the 80s. People were still using, like I'm assuming in small communities where you could get by with.
Wow.
So,
but you just dialed the numbers though, right?
You can, yes.
Okay, because in this Godfather scene, Michael connects to an operator and asks to be connected to that number.
Yeah.
Right? He says the number.
Yeah, I'm not sure 100%. Also, it really depended on what phones, because some of the phones didn't have like buttons on them, so you couldn't enter the number even if you wanted to.
You just picked it up and it would connect you to an operator. Right, that's awesome. That's great.
And nowadays, of course, I don't know if people know this, but nowadays your number has nothing at all to do with where you live.
Yeah.
Because we both have New York City numbers, even
Yeah.
though we both live in Portland now.
Yeah.
Because people now just take their numbers with them. I guess for the rest of we have our numbers for the rest of our lives, I
I
assume.
can't see why not.
Wow.
Well, until that corona ejection happens and all electronics in
mass
the world are
corona
fried.
injection. I like the idea of someone listening to this in 50 years being like, oh, they used to use telephones back then.
I know. It is strange.
So, yeah, there you go. And a couple of famous songs, as you said, Beechwood 45789, Pennsylvania 65000.
Oh, yeah.
Is another one,
Yeah.
another famous. I think they said there's 4 pop songs
Oh,
that
really?
have those numbers with letters
That's
in it
great.
too. So the other 2 I did not recognize. So.
Can you think of any other song hooks or titles that have antiquated, that are connected to antiquated terms or ideas?
It's an interesting.
Yeah. I mean, like Call Me is anything with calling is starting to kind of become obsolete because people really don't call much anymore.
Yeah.
It's not totally dead, but
Right, but definitely on its way.
yeah.
The writing's on the wall.
Yeah. Maybe stuff with TV.
Stuff with newspapers.
Oh, yeah. I read it in the paper.
Right.
I
Yeah.
read the news.
Well, that could
Well,
work.
you can still read it.
You can still read it on the.
It's
And it's
true,
funny to
paper.
imagine John Lennon in 1967 reading, Twitter, being like, "Oh boy,
Yeah, totally, yeah.
How would you look at that?
I read my iPad today. Oh boy.
yeah." It doesn't quite have this
Doesn't
thing.
work.
I guess there's tons of songs about letters and mail. Please wait, please, Mr.
The
Postman.
mail.
I guess there is
Oh.
still mail, but
Yeah.
now
Technically, there's still mail.
Well, and as long as once this generation of male employees dies off, then there will be no more mail
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I think they are they are legally obligated to keep the post office open.
Yeah, it literally takes an act of Congress to
Right,
make
yeah,
changes to the
yeah.
U.S. Post Office.
Yeah, so that's an interesting idea. Which things
Yeah.
are? You should start. You're a songwriter.
Mhm,
You
yeah.
should start writing songs about things that you know are going to go,
That are going to disappear?
that are going to disappear.
Oh, so this is a pre-obsolete
yeah,
concept.
yeah.
I'm pre-identifying
Because then,
aspects of our culture.
like 20 years from now, they'll be like, "Oh, remember that song about AOL? Remember that? Remember
Yeah.
AOL?" And then, like, there you go. You can
So
bong bong. Use that little like bong bong
the fact
bong.
sound.
Yeah.
So
there
wait,
you
am
go.
I writing a song just about AOL or about how AOL is going to go away?
Well, you're writing a song. It's neither. You're not writing a song about AOL. You're using a song like a love song that has like, "Hey, hit me up on Instant Messenger," or "You've got mail." You know what I
Got
mean?
it.
Like the
Got
name of the
it.
song could
Yeah.
be "You've Got Mail," and then in parentheses like "From My Heart," close parentheses,
Yeah.
or something like that. So,
Well, let's pick a couple things right now that we
Okay.
think are going away.
okay. Well, AOL.
AOL. That's wrong. Hey.
Uh, do a whole album. All of it is like things.
You know, it's
that
so funny we're talking about this because as I was driving today,
Mm-hmm.
I thought about how I think I want to write a novelty album. So an album of just
Speaking my language.
not Godfather related, but an album of just all novelty
Now I know.
songs, like a Thanksgiving song, a novelty Christmas song,
Yeah.
a novelty "Hey, the mail is going away" song, something, novelty
Yeah.
songs,
Yeah.
a ghost song,
Oh, how about like small businesses? Small businesses.
small businesses.
Small
There you go.
businesses
That
going
sounds like
away.
a Kinks song already.
Well, Kinks, they're perfect for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You want it to sound like a Kinks song because they're all about that.
No, I mean I think they've written songs about how big business is taken over. I think that's what the Lola album. and
Oh
the
yeah,
Mon-
well,
the
that's, yeah,
Money
that's
Go Round
specifically
one.
the music
Yeah.
business though. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, but yeah, Ray Davies has all sorts
Yeah.
of songs about old timey England.
Yeah.
and, So let's see. Yeah, a whole bunch
Maybe I can get meta and I can write a song about songs that are obsolete.
you could do CDs, DVDs,
See, what do you mean?
compact discs.
What are those?
Compact discs are a it's like a record, but but small.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh, okay. I'll write a novelty song about CDs going away.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
Maybe should it be a la Billy Joel? We didn't start the fire. Just a running list of things that are all in 25 years going to be gone.
Why do you think you could come up with enough?
Like Glaciers, ice cubes, AOL.
Wait, you say ice cubes?
Yeah, they're going away.
Why are
Oh,
ice
no,
cubes
not
going
ice
away?
cubes. I meant glaciers. Ice.
Oh, I like icebergs.
Ice shelves, icebergs, glaciers, too.
Drinking straws.
AOL, drinking straws. What else can I
plastic
do?
So, like it's like a B-52 song.
What else we got? Drinking straws.
Drinking straws, plastic bags.
Plastic bags. Well, they ain't going away.
Clean water.
We didn't melt the ice caps.
He should totally do I'm sure, we definitely talked about this on one of my other podcasts, but he should do a follow-up song.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't start the fire, parentheses, again.
Like again.
Or still.
We haven't put out the fire.
Oh, we, parentheses, still, close parentheses, didn't start the fire. And it would be all updated with things that happens. Do you know, it's been...
Wait, did you say we still didn't start the fire? And so where does the previous one end?
it was like
not Doors Day,
88 or
when
something.
it was written. Oh, it was the Soviet Union. It was Cold War. Like
Cola Wars.
What's that?
Cola Wars is the last thing. Is the thing
Cola
that drives
Wars?
Cola Wars is the thing that drives Billy Joel to not take it anymore.
Oh, that's what he says. Cola Wars.
Yeah, Cola
I didn't
Wars.
even notice that. Wow, Cola Wars.
Oh, you remember the Cola Wars? Don't you?
Oh, those are bad times for the Corleone family. The 5-family Cola Wars. A lot of money in that sugar water.
We used to smuggle the Coca-Cola in trucks provided by your grandfather.
And the aluminum cans forged in the minds of your grandfather.
It's like in the mind of your grandfather. Forged from the mind of your grandfather.
It's a visionary. You have so much of a visionary.
Wow. Well, that's all I have for minute 64. That was really
Wow.
bonus content.
That was all over the place.
Yeah.
We got some great ideas.
So
Okay, please post online ideas for my novelty album, my upcoming novelty album.
Give us some technology that is or social things that are almost outdated.
Yeah,
Right?
perfect.
Like you don't want to do something about like a horse and buggy. No one cares about that.
No.
Has to be something that people will get nostalgic for.
Yeah, yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So anyway, what do
Like
you want?
rock bands.
You think rock bands are going to go
I
away?
don't know. It's
I
all going electronic.
I mean, I think people people augment it with computers and stuff,
Yeah.
but I think people will play. There will always be bands.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I don't know always,
Yeah.
but I feel like there will always be bands.
I just read an article that the Red Delicious apple, which has been America's favorite apple for decades, is this year going to fall to number 2. Yes, I think it is either the Gala.
Candy is number 1.
Snickers is America's favorite apple now.
It counts as a fruit now.
Yeah, right.
People weren't eating enough fruit, so they had to expand what the definition of a fruit was.
But anyway, it just shows how tastes change and things fall out of favor with
taste
the
of
public.
apples, yeah.
How about? So, what are you going to rate this minute, Alex? Minute 64.
Well, I guess I'm going to say 3.
Yeah.
I was going to say
agree.
2 maybe, but Marlon Brando is in it.
Oh,
so it would
well, this
be,
may go to 4 then.
No, because I was going to say it's 2, but then it gets bumped up
Okay.
1 star.
Okay.
So
Well, I was going to say it's 3
you're going to bump it up to 4?
because it's kind of like the last minute. It's 3.
Yeah.
But then you got Brando.
Yeah, but
But he doesn't speak.
yeah.
He just got that jar of poison on the floor next to him. Okay, I'll go 3.
All right.
Yeah, I'll go 3.
Well, something I forgot to mention also about this, when they rented the 2 floors of the ear and eye hospital, eye gets top billing in that. Because eyes are more important than ears. Apparently the doctors and nurses who worked there kept sneaking onto the set because they wanted to see Marlon Brando.
Oh, funny.
So
That's great. So you're saying the nurse that appears in this minute was not supposed to be in it? She's a real
that
nurse.
jump scare was really like she was really just going in front of the camera.
If you look closely, Michael's expression really is of shock.
Mr. Hoffman, I'm afraid you have to leave.
She's really saying, "Can I get an autograph? But they just overdubbed. Hey, you can't be here.
Yeah.
You have to leave." Oh, I just remembered one other point. I'm going back probably
all right.
20 minutes, but we were talking about timeline. I'm sorry, not timeline, but
When this
when
all
the
happens.
guards left and all of that.
Okay, right.
Yeah, that part.
10 minutes ago.
And the nurse says, this is from the book, The Godfather by Mario Puzo. Your father just had too many visitors. It interfered with the hospital. It interfered with the hospital service, she said. The police came and made them all leave about 10 minutes ago. And then just 5 minutes ago, I had to call the detectives to the phone for an emergency alarm from their headquarters. And then they left too. But don't worry. I look in on your father often and I can hear any sound from this room. That's why we leave the door open.
All right.
So it sounds like 10 minutes ago.
They kicked all the thugs. They kicked all the mafia guys.
Yeah. And then 5 minutes ago, someone from the police department pulled all the police off.
Well, okay, so then that goes back to my question then. If Rocco and Al, if the hospital people kicked Al and Rocco off, why didn't they call Sonny?
Yeah, it doesn't really add up. Unless
Like
the police were waiting outside for them and rounded up. Because McCluskey in the movie definitely says, I thought I rounded all you up.
Yeah, that's true. He does say.
I'll keep an eye out for it
Okay,
in the
yeah,
upcoming McCluskey passages.
The McCluskey passage.
Stand him up.
Okay, so we rated the minute and we did everything we need to do. We're going to record the bonus content. If you will, this was a good sampling of what the bonus content is like. A lot of rambling digressions
But good stuff.
and Hyman Roth jokes. So if you want to hear that, you can go to godfatherminute.com/support.
You can also go to Fredo Corleone's Mickey Mouse's nightclub.
Mickey Mouse nightclub.
Mickey Mouse nightclub.
Yeah.
The hardest time
to do
saying
some
that.
Mickey Mouse's nightclub. It's like he's opening a franchise of Mickey Mouse nightclubs.
But speaking of Mickey Mouse, we didn't even talk about that aspect of the amusement park.
Oh, maybe
Right?
we should go back to. We did talk about the amusement parks last week, and we said we're going to try to do it this week. Let's see if we can
See
do
if
it.
we can eke out a few more.
All right. You know what? So
descriptions.
until then,
Try the veal. It's the best in the city.